Hi, my name is Cheryl Moyer, and I'm from the University of Michigan. I'd like to tell you a little bit about a project I've been working on through my participation in WomenLift Health. Let me start by saying that mentorship is my passion, particularly the mentorship of young women entering the field of global health research. It's one of the things about my job as an associate professor of learning health sciences and OBGYN at the University of Michigan that truly makes my heart sing. But while mentoring trainees through a research project is one thing, setting them up to be outstanding global health leaders is quite another. And I think this is doubly true for young women trainees, many of whom face barriers to advancement that may be quite different than that of their male counterparts. And that led me to the idea behind my leadership project. I wondered whether I could take the research mentorship I was already doing and add a leadership development component akin to what I was learning in WomenLift Health. The ultimate goal is to elevate more women into positions of leadership around global health research. But would trainees want that? And how could I do that for more than just my own individual trainees? And what might young researchers value most? These were some of the questions driving my project. As many of you know, NIH funds a global health research training program for pre- and postdoctoral trainees through 6 US-based consortia, each of whom has partners in low and middle income countries, LMICs, around the world. I'm a co-investigator for the NPGH Consortium, which stands for Northern Pacific Global Health Consortium. NPGH has partners in 9 countries, and we accept approximately 20 trainees from the US and from LMICs each year. We have more than 150 alumni from the program, and this seemed like a logical place to start. So the first thing I did was review the WomenLift Health Needs Assessment Survey, and I developed a short online survey to assess perceived barriers and benefits of a leadership program among our Fogarty trainees. I then distributed the survey to all current and previous NPGH fellows as of April 2021. 95 trainees responded, about half of which were from the US, and about 2/3 of which were female. When it came to attitudes, there was near universal agreement on statements like diversity in leadership is important and leadership skills can be taught. But there was less agreement on statements such as women are likely to benefit from a separate women-only leadership development program. While overall about half of trainees agreed with that statement, when you look at it by gender, it's a little bit different. Women were much more likely to agree with that statement than men. And then I looked at US versus LMIC trainees by gender, and you can see there's quite a diverse spread in who endorsed such a statement. So those axes, male, female, high income, LMIC, trainee, I used to look at several different questions, a few of which I'll present here. First is looking at the top barriers to leadership. What do you perceive to be your top barriers to advancing to leadership in global health research? Among female fellows in the US, they rank lack of confidence as number 1. Female fellows from LMICs rank balancing work and home as number 1. Male fellows from the US, interestingly, also rank balancing work and home as number 1, whereas male fellows from LMICs cite the lack of role models, mentors, and sponsors as their top barrier to advancement. When asked if trainees had mentors with whom they talk about their global health research plans and goals on a regular basis, there was a pretty wide spread in who endorsed that statement. 61% of male fellows from LMIC said they had such a mentor, whereas only 38% of female fellows from the US said that they did. So what does all this mean? I think first and foremost, intersectionality is incredibly important. We're not just men and women. We're not just high income versus LMIC residents. We need to think about those many axes of diversity. I think the perceived needs for leadership development vary, and there's likely no one-size-fits-all approach to leadership development. So in terms of next steps, the NPGH renewal proposal is due in August, and we are working to incorporate my learnings from both this leadership project and from WomenLift Health into our response. Personally, I'm also exploring ways to rethink the individual mentoring I already do with countless students and trainees each year. How can I amplify that? And how can I help give young women trainees a leg up? I wanted to finish with this slide that shows you the introductions to our new cohort of trainees for this coming year, as just a reminder that there's an incredibly diverse group of global health researchers out there. And if we are going to elevate more women to positions of leadership, we're going to need to be really intentional in how we do that. Thank you so much for your time today. And thank you to WomenLift Health for making this possible. Thank you.